This morning, I did trade a little bit more size than I normally do for my 8:30 to 9:30 section of the day. The reason I did was I was looking for a runner. On Rocket Scooter, we were at a BLU, which typically means nice and bullish off of hedge pressure. We were down there at 13K, so psych level as well. We ended up rotating down into the 80s, high 70s. So ended up adding a few contracts there as well. But was looking nice and strong for the session and was able to execute that pretty well. So let's go and dive into the recap. We got 50 seconds till the market opens up here. European markets are closed today. Saw that on Financial Juice. So Europe is closed, UK is closed. We got 9 o'clock wholesale inventories. We'll see if that does anything. I would imagine that today ends up being kind of mellow from the closes, but we'll see. We'll see how the open is. I feel like the open's gonna be pretty mellow also. Friday was obviously closed on the market. Thursday was the last interesting day and it was nice and pumpy, down 0.65% on the day. If the Nas quickly flushes to like the 20s or 13K, I'll pull up those charts and we'll watch that. Here's the 20s on the Nas coming up. Heavy delta, not gonna bid the 20s. We'll see what happens at 13K. 13K cracking. Still just like pretty straight selling. We're currently at hedge pressure on the Nas. I don't hate the idea of bidding this, by the way, personally. I'm gonna give it a quick little shot, actually. Look at some of this size up above. A little bit of buyers down here, not much yet. 30 probably runs again. Excuse me, 13K probably runs again at 30, but we'll see. I'm looking for that test up a value area low, just shy of the magical 20s. Looking at 1675 or so. 13.5 points if I get it. Got fairly close. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to add a second contract there. I want 2 in so I can scale out and let 1 run. I did not mean to kill that. I pressed the wrong button. But I'm in 2 contracts right now because I want to see this. I want to be able to take a partial. So just shy of the overnight lows and then just shy of the 20s test with this wick. Got to get above this volume at 08, 07 range, pointing control. Trying to be patient to let us kind of try and work out of this 13K range, but not happening. I missed this by a tick or 2 for my first exit, my partial. It's a little heavy to the downside. I got a 50 at 11 as well. Let's just have some more melty stuff down. 30s. Kind of sitting down at till 88, 92, 88. 30 above though as well. There's that 92 and 88 coming up. Did have some sellers. Quick slap. Sweep the lows. 85. Magical 80s here. I had 1 more here. I like the way buyers are looking. If this melts into new lows, I'll just kill it. But I like the way it's kind of trying to bounce up here off the 80s. Still have a lot of thick stuff down here, but see how this rotation works. New 5-minute candle. We do have a wick test up here at like now, 92. Buyers to me, reason I'm in this trade, buyers to me look good. I got in 2 contracts off the bat. I added 1 obviously in the magical 80s. I missed my first exit by like a tick or 2. This position's obviously red. I'm down almost 1,400 bucks, but I'm waiting to see kind of what happens here. I just can't give it too much more. It's just we're really holding up, so I want to try and give it the run I can. Like the 5-minute structure here looks okay, so does the 22 range, but we'll see if we can get out of it or not. Trying to break the prior top. Couldn't do it. Missed it by a tick or just barely. Trying to do it now. Buyers are still here. We got juice to the top side. We got juice to the downside. There's reasons everywhere for both moves. Trying to find some buyers here. This to me on the 5-minute structure looks more bouncy than the 22 structure right now. That was a pretty good close on the 5-minute. So next stops would be 13K and then 08 would be if we do rotate out of here. So if we can get to 13K, then we're definitely rotating into the volume at 07, 08. After that, then the 20s. Rejecting 90 still. I mean, the blue line algo strong so far, right? That's my average entry price for those of you that don't know. It's kind of a meme. We've been holding up the 70s. We've been rejecting the 90s. We cracked 13K. We rotated into that earlier point of control volume at 07. This dude wants to slap at another couple hundred lots, then we probably rotate into the 50s. Seems to be where the interesting juice is. Buyers look pretty decent here. Got 95 sitting at 04. 65 sitting at 13. Here's the 07 move, or coming up into the 07 move. Also value area high. So pretty interesting stuff here at 06, 07s. All right, all this volume at 08 is pretty interesting. That's what we've been talking about. Did we run that 11 block? Buyers still looking pretty good. Another rotation to the 90s I don't think is far-fetched. But buyers still looking pretty good. I'd like for us just to rotate that 13 block right now. Coming up for the 13 test. A few trades that I'm trying to get out of right here, basically. I'm gonna go and take one off. Actually gonna go and take both off. It got very close, and now I just have one runner right now. So I'm up, I mean, break even here. I'm still up 300 bucks right now. Obviously it's not ideal because I took some heat. But I want to let this run. The whole idea of this trade was to let one run. So at this point I have a break even. I'm looking at highs on the day for this runner. If it works great. If it doesn't, no biggie. Take the break even and kind of reset. At this point, I mean, the whole trade idea was to take a runner, so I'm gonna leave a runner. I mean, buyers look fantastic right now. So if you're trying to fade this, it makes sense at 20, given the fact that we've been ranging so far in the session, but buyers look pretty good. I'd like for us to stay above this this valley area high level to see if we can get the rotation up. We are working on a lot of green candles in a row, so a little pullback I don't think is very far-fetched. Got a brand new candle. I don't really like this. I want us to stay above this prior high. If we close below it, which it looks like we're going to, I'm probably going to kill it. I'm going to go ahead and just reset here completely. I'm spooked by the fact that we're sitting on the... Oh, we just had the move. I was spooked by the fact that we're sitting on the volume. I think the rotation down is likely pretty clean, especially when you take into the fact that we have 1, 2, 3, 6 green candles in a row, 30 minutes of kind of straight up.